Mercedes boss Toto Wolff claims that former F1 race director Michael Masi was turned by Red Bull at the end of last season, and the bromance helped Max Verstappen beat Lewis Hamilton to the title in controversial decider. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff has sensationally claimed that former race director Michael Masi was turned by Red Bull and that a bromance helped Max Verstappen win the title. Lewis Hamilton suffered a contentious defeat to Verstappen in the season finale last season after a gripping championship fight between the two rivals. Sky Sports are set to release a documentary telling the story of the 2021 season, featuring interviews with those at the center of the rivalry. During the documentary, Wolff tells Sky Sports that Masi was turned by Red Bull, pointing out incidents during races at both the Abu Dhabi finale and the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Masi, who has since been sacked by the FIA, made a deal with Red Bull's sporting director Jonathan Wheatley over restart grid positions in Saudi Arabia, before changing his mind over what to do with the safety car in Abu Dhabi following protests from Red Bull. Wolff also claimed that Wheatley had a bromance with Masi, before going on to add, Wheatley, turned Michael Masi the race director, not only in Abu Dhabi but before, and probably Max owes him a lot. During his interview, he stated that he wishes never to speak to Masi again but admitted the Australian was a victim. He said, "I haven't spoken to him since Abu Dhabi, and I don't want to speak to him ever again. His decisions were wrong and I'm sure that he regrets them. The FIA should have seen much earlier that there was a problem. There was a problem with the structure. There was a problem of personalities." The incident at Saudi Arabia which Wolff refers to was when Verstappen dived inside of Hamilton into restart and forced him off track, with the Mercedes driver also dropping behind the Alpine of Esteban Ocon. The race was red flagged after a crash at turn 3 that took out Red Bull's Sergio Perez and Haas Nikita Mazepin, as well as involving Ferrari's Charles Leclerc and Williams' George Russell, and the remaining drivers returned to the pits to allow the track to be cleaned up. Then on team radio Masi could be heard negotiating with Wheatley, instructing the Red Bull sporting director to restart Verstappen from second place on the grid. Red Bull accepted this offer before Masi corrected himself to say that Verstappen would start from third place on the grid, behind Ocon and Hamilton, or the matter would go before the stewards and likely trigger a penalty. Then in Abu Dhabi, Hamilton was soaring to his 8th championship before Nicolas Latifi in the Williams crashed and brought out the safety car. Verstappen pitted for fresh tyres without losing a track place, while Hamilton stayed out, knowing if he pitted his rival would stay out and take the lead. Masi initially instructed that no drivers could unlap themselves, but, after protests from Wheatley, he allowed only the 5 cars between Hamilton and Verstappen to unlap themselves and withdrew the safety car early. This gave Verstappen a free run at Hamilton and he passed him on much fresher tyres to win the championship. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner previously stated the sacking of Masi was harsh. He said, "I think it's harsh. He was in a very difficult position last year, but we think a lot of decisions went against us. When you look at what he has at his disposal in terms of resources compared to what the teams have, it's such a massive, massive difference. It's good to hear they're bringing in a VAR equivalent and an experienced name in Herbie Blash as advisor to the new race directors. There was so much pressure put on the removal of Michael. That's not right." For the new 2022 season, Masi has been replaced by WEC race director Eduardo Freitas and former DTM race director Neil Swittich on a rotating basis. Pre-season testing for the new season got underway last week in Barcelona and the first race will take place on March 20 in Bahrain.